Welcome back. We're joined this evening by St. John Mayor Donna Reardon, who's attending the annual meeting of United States Conference of Mayors. It's taking place in Tampa, and that's where we have reached her. Your worship, good to see you.
Good to see you as well, Todd.
The obvious question, what's a Canadian mayor doing at a conference of American mayors?
Well, actually, I've been invited down, and the Federation of Canadian Municipalities has arranged for me to be here. And what we're doing is we're really trying to marshal the troops and support the idea that we need to stop the tariff dispute, and we need to come together and we need to talk through this. So talks, not tariffs. How do we negotiate? How do we get to near where we want to go and where we need to go?
You're there with the mayor of Windsor, Ontario. No coincidence. St. John, a big energy hub. Windsor, of course, the auto sector. Two key industries that are being walloped by these tariffs. What are you telling your counterparts there?
Well, so what I've been asked is, how is it impacting St. John? And so, you know, at the end of the day for St. John, we have $81,000 per capita of gross domestic product going out. We're the highest in the country. Behind us would be Calgary with probably about 72, and then Windsor behind that. When they look at the risk of tariffs, the impact of tariffs, St. John is at like 131%, and then behind us would be, of course, Calgary and Windsor. So it's trying to get those messages out of what that means on the ground for St. Johners. And like I say, these policies are made at a very high level, but at the end of the day, they trickle down to the trenches, and that's where we are as mayors. And so we have to deal with that. I mean, it's not just leadership; it's making sure that you are, you know, you're with your populations. Your citizens need to know that you're working on their behalf based on a lot of things that may not be in your lane, and you may not be able to fix, but you can certainly advocate for it. So that's where we are now with this.
Do they get it?
Advocating.
Yeah. Do they get it?
Yeah, I think they're feeling it as well. They're feeling it the same as we are. So a lot of the states are. I mean, we've got 41 million people, I think, around that. They have 340 million people. So that impact probably dissipates out over those 340 million people a little differently than it would over 41 million people. They are feeling it, though. You know, things are going up. The cost of living is going up. Salaries are not going up. And it's those things that we rely on. It's your groceries that we're hearing a lot about, and it's housing. So it's those necessities that we're really, really hearing about.
We know border and New England states governors are feeling the impact, and we, of course, had that meeting that was just held in Boston. What about the southern states and the mayors from the southern states? You kind of touched on it there, but is Canada on the radar at all? I mean, certainly, you know, China and Mexico, they know all about.
Yeah, Canada is, the southern states, definitely, they're on the radar as well. Of course, the border states, you know, they get it even more. They're feeling it. But places like Florida are really feeling it, because apparently 8% of the housing here is owned by Canadians. So that's huge. They're seeing a big transfer of that land right now. So it's, yes, they're feeling it as well. I mean, it's a quick trip to Florida. It's like 2.5 hours max from Toronto. So, you know, and the change in the weather, people are looking for that for vacation time. So it's great to stay on the continent and just fly down. But with everything that's happening now, they're feeling that reluctance to come into the States, and that there's big costs to that.
Right.
There are apparently like 8 million U.S. jobs that are linked with this trade. So that's a lot. That's a lot of U.S. jobs.
You brought up in your session what St. John has to offer, including the Irving refinery. I'm wondering if American mayors realize just how much energy is exported south, just how reliant they might be on Canadian energy.
Well, they heard that today from me, you know, that we are producing 325,000 barrels daily, and that, you know, almost 90% of it is coming into the States. So, you know, I've said that message for sure. And I've tried to put that in perspective of, you know, our GDP, the relationship to our numbers, et cetera, for population. So, I mean, that's all I can do. And then, you know, but the real thing, I guess, when we look at, so that's a powerful group, because the U.S. mayors, they meet annually. So all of the mayors, I think if you're over 30,000 people, you get invited to go. So that's huge. So that's a big network, and they would have a strong, influential voice. So it was a great conference to be at. And I guess for me, I ask, like, what is the strategic economic goal? And how can we work together so that we grow the pie and we both get a bigger piece of the pie and we create that resilience? That's really where what we need to be looking at. I mean, you have two of the greatest countries in the world that have been destabilized in a time when the whole world seems to be unstable right now. And so, it's worrisome. So there are lots of effects. It's not just money. There are lots of impacts from tariffs.
You mentioned pressure. This is one of the questions we had coming out of that Boston meeting with the Northeastern governors. What kind of pressure could they put on Congress? Is there any kind of resolution that the mayors may take that to their congressmen and women?
Yes, they are putting forward a resolution, to have a look at that. So that's important. Where it will go, I don't know. But at the end of the day, we need all voices speaking together. That we need to negotiate. We need to figure out what our goal is, our economic goals are, and then how can we, chase those goals together.
Mayor Reardon, we appreciate your time. We'll talk to you when you're back home. Thank you.
Sounds good, Todd. See you then.
We'll see you
Thanks.
then. We'll take a break. Lots of your shows still on the other side.